apparently this is Glen Beck talking about the entire situation in a 2-minute clip. So.
Truck arrived to set up the showers. There were some paper pushers there, and they saw that some just volunteer special forces, guys who were just, used to be in special forces, they set up a little medical tent. We had been flying in medicine like not ivermectin, insulin and things. People need to have their insulin. We set that up, and these guys were running this medical tent, and the guys from FEMA come in, and this woman comes over and she says, "What are you doing here?" And guy says, we're providing medical care and clinic. We have insulin and things that people need. May I see your license?
Oh my gosh.
We don't have a license. And she said, well, then you're not going to be doing this. And he said, you're right. We're not going to be doing this because you're leaving and I'm getting back to work. And she looked at him like, what the heck are you saying to me? And he said, we've been here for 7 days. You just arrived. So we're going to continue to provide life-saving medication and you can go away. And she did.
Wow.
I mean, good. We had to airlift this 85-year-old woman. Her story is just so tragic. She's out in the middle of the hills. I mean, it is spectacularly beautiful there and very tragic. And we're picking her up. And as we're putting her into the helicopter, she's saying, that damn Biden, she is, where the hell is the federal government?
Good for her.
Right. But it just shows you again, like what FEMA rolls in 7-8 days later. Like you just saw that's in Asheville, North Carolina. That video was from a couple days ago, and they said that they just arrived there. Well, it's been 8 days since the devastation happened, and there's been local people on the ground that are not part of any federal agency helping the entire time, whether it's through medical supplies, food supplies, even things like bringing dogs food. I saw that they're bringing, pet stuff and whatnot.
So you're telling me the community is helping and the government's trying to kick out the community so they can run things.
After 7 days of the community helping. Only after 7 days of the community helping. So by the way, that means that let's take the community out the picture. If they didn't have the community aspect of it, that means that the federal
many more dead.
Yeah, so many more dead. The federal government would have left these individuals to essentially let them dry for 7-8 days, right? Again, this happened 8 days ago. I know we're talking about this, but the federal government should have been there 7 days ago.
It's not like it's far away. It's not like it's in the Middle East, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, we can get tanks and air defense systems to the Middle East on cargo planes within 8 days. We can set up shop in any country around the world in 8 days, but yet FEMA couldn't drive a few hours they're out of Washington. It's not that far away from Washington. It's only a few hours away. They couldn't get there for a week.
Yep. Not only that, but again, remember they got the military Fort Bragg right there, right? Yep. So, okay, you can't get FEMA in there, can't get the National Guard in there because the state is having some incompetence problems or whatever.
I mean, it couldn't have happened in
get the military
closer place. It's right on the East Coast. It's
not in Hawaii.
Not in Hawaii.
It's not in East Palestine, Ohio, in some remote small part. We're talking about Asheville, North Carolina. I forgot what it was, but Asheville, North Carolina has received some of the highest levels of in good terms, meaning a lot of young people are moving to Asheville. First of all, it is beautiful. The amount of breweries that they have there is the reason why so many young people are moving there as well. It's an awesome area, very high elevation. It's beautiful. And they're just being forgotten. And here's the thing that I think people need to understand, right? North Carolina is a battleground state. So this will have this is as much as of October surprise as we will probably get, right? Is that this shows the incompetence of the current administration. People will say, well, FEMA, that's part of the federal government, right? You can't just blame Biden and Kamala for this. Well, where's the leadership? Okay, if this, let's say this was happening under Trump and FEMA was unable to deliver immediate services and it took 7-8 days. It wouldn't have taken 7-8 days because Trump's leadership would have essentially, he would have gone to work as a president for the people.